Imagine this. Your team have been working tirelessly on amazing new features. You've tested it with users, you nailed the design, and finally you have delivered it on time. And release party was a hit and everyone feels like rock stars. But weeks go by and nothing. The business doesn't grow, the customers complain, and the leadership starts to ask hard questions. And before long, there is talks about restructuring, change negotiations, and layoffs. So what went wrong? There can be multiple reasons for it, and one of them is the danger of focusing on the outputs, things that you deliver, instead of outcomes, the meaningful impact of your work. Hi, I'm Igor, and today I will show you how to break down this important distinction between outputs and outcomes and show you how to rethink your product strategy to avoid these scenarios. Let's take a step back. What is the product strategy? Product strategy is bridging a gap between today, point A, and your vision, point B. The product vision is the vivid picture of how your product will improve and change customer lives in 3-5 years. This is the why behind what you're building, the better future that you're striving to create. But getting from A to B is not straightforward. There are uncertainties, changing markets, and evolving customer needs. That's why progress often starts small, taking step by step. One quote that resonates deeply with me is from David, the android from the movie Prometheus. While observing the drop of the transformative liquid, which is designed to engineer the life itself, David says,
"Big things have small beginnings."
For David, the liquid represented a potential to reshape the entire world, aligning with his vision of playing a role in something far greater. In product strategy, the same idea applies. Small, deliberate actions backed by meaningful and measurable goals can lead to the transformative changes, which can bring you closer to your vision. But here's the key. The goals can be output-oriented or outcome-oriented, and the distinction is critical. If this is making sense so far, please hit like and subscribe to support this channel and to get more content about product discovery and facilitation. Let's continue. Now let's get into why the distinction between outputs and outcomes matters. Output is something that you deliver, features, reports, or content. Outcomes, on the other hand, is the results of these outputs. Did they create value for the customer, or did they drive a meaningful change for the business? Here's an analogy. Imagine that you're hosting a sushi night. The output is the sushi that you prepare. Your guests, they're excited for the upcoming meal. But when they arrive, it's made from the fruits and vegetables. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with the sushi that's made from fruits and vegetables. But your guests probably expected some fish like salmon, eel, or something else. And the outcome? Disappointment, because it didn't meet their expectations. In product terms, it happens when we deliver something that doesn't solve a customer problem or drive any change for the business, while your team was hoping that it will make the difference. That's why focusing on the outcomes is so important. It makes sure that we are aiming for the right target. How to start thinking in outcomes? To start doing this, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. What customer problems are we solving? How would we know that we have solved it? And what is the measurable impact we are aiming for? To answer those, it is important to interview your customers on regular cadence to make sure that you're on top of their needs, desires, and pain points. This helps you stay grounded in the real customer problems, and it also guides how you prioritize your outputs. For example, imagine you're building an AI journaling app, which feels like everybody is building nowadays. You could set a goal to release something like this, a new journaling prompt feature, a feature to show value during the first-time user experience, or a strict tracker to encourage habits building. Each of these goals is the output that you deliver. And while they're all good solutions, each of them is driving very different outcomes. Now, let's say that through the customer interviews, you learn that majority of your customers are expressing a regret of journaling inconsistently. And the better goal can be is to increase amount of the journaling sessions per user from 2 to 4 per week. This is an outcome. It focuses on the behavioral change, clearly communicates the baseline, and provides a measurable target. In this case, the strict tracker seems to be the most relevant solution that will help achieve this outcome. Notice how the shift to outcomes forces the team to start thinking critically about their outputs that move the needle for their customers and the business. Teresa Torres, in her book Continuous Discovery Habits, introduced a powerful tool called Opportunity Solution Tree, which helps your team to map your outcomes to the opportunities and the solutions, and prioritize those that will most likely drive a change for your outcomes. I'm planning to cover the Opportunity Solution Tree and the Continuous Discovery Habits in the upcoming videos, so stay tuned. Shifting your focus from outputs to outcomes isn't easy, especially in the bigger organizations. But this is the key of building the products that truly matter, and you can try of doing it in your pocket of the organization and not trying to change the whole organization. By setting measurable outcome-driven goals, continuously learning from your customers, you can create the strategies that drive real change. Now, I would like to hear from you. What are the biggest challenges that your team is facing when it comes to set or use outcome-oriented goals? Please share your stories in the comments down below. And if this video helped you, please hit a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon to stay tuned for the new upcoming product discovery videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye!